Hello everyone, welcome to our first ever Corona video. This video is to encourage you to do some movement, or your child, or your husband, anyone and everyone in the household. I've even put my uniform on for this. It's my old uniform, with the old logo. I'm not sure when we'll get our new Cerebral Palsy Scotland uniforms. I think they have probably arrived, but we're at home. My new one is yellow, by the way. So, when you do this, make sure you have comfortable clothing on and are in a comfortable and safe position. I will first start in sitting, and then I'll also show you some things in supported standing for those who can manage that. Try and sit as upright as possible, ideally away from the back of the chair. If not, still try and be as tall as possible. Also, I would strongly encourage you to do this outside if you can. Can be in a garden, if you have one, a balcony perhaps, through an open window, or somewhere outside. If nobody in your household has any symptoms, consider whether it's important for yourself or your child to find a safe place outside every day whilst adhering to all the guidance rules, so you can still allow your body to soak up vital vitamin D in the process, which together with movement and fresh air will keep your immune system strong and all aspects of your health. I'm going to show you some ideas of activities you could try, but you may need to adapt them for you or someone else. Most important is that you move and allow circulation within your body, deepen your breathing a bit, perhaps increase your heart rate a little, and ideally you aim to move without too much effort. Be rather relaxed about it and gentle. Move as fluently as possible and with lightness. Moving to music would be a good idea. If it were me and I didn't break copyright law, I would choose some Scottish folk like Donovan, Donovan Leitch from Merry Hill, or Malcolm Middleton, who's from Falkirk originally, I believe, or King Creosote from Five. But my suggestions might be too old for you, or too alternative, probably both actually. But if you really want my recommendations, I like Nick Cave, although might be a bit depressing in this time. My all-time favourite's Peter Gabriel though. Anyway, choose your own music and let's get moving. Okay, let's get started. So, basic first thing we're going to do is sitting upright as possible and transfer your weight a little bit. If it's tricky for you to go one way or another, concentrate on the more difficult side and just come back to the middle. If no problems either side or it's similar, you can go from one side to the other. You may want to pause a little bit in the middle, but the thing is to transfer your weight. It doesn't have to be side to side, it can also be forwards and backwards is a very nice way, and we can do both. If all this is actually very easy for you, which for most people it isn't actually, you could go diagonal or you could make circles with your body. Is a very basic but very extremely good for your coordination in your trunk muscles and particularly your abdominals. So first thing is that, and you can add things like some movements with your arms. Remember, you can choose your own music and do this for as long as you manage comfortably without too much effort, and that you get more active, more supple, not more stiff, not more tense or tired. So it needs to stay gentle with fun, lightness, and then you can repeat that several times a day if you like, but don't get to a stage where you get actually more tense. You can add arm movements to this as long as it's easy enough and it might help you to transfer your weight. You can use something to hold, throw, lift up anything that might help you, might motivate you to do something. You can use a real baby as long as you don't drop it. So have fun with this, transferring your weight. You can even bring in your legs a little bit. Again, same principle, don't make it too effortful. You can help a little bit with your hands if that's possible for you, and that will add another dimension. But that's the first thing really. Okay, next we're going to add some rotation. So we've prepared our body for this by transferring our weight backwards and forwards, side to side. So next thing, you're going to turn, and if you've got something to hold on to, that might help, whether it's on your seat or your chair, or something on either side of you. Can be something stable, piece of furniture, table, or couch, or can even be the wall. I've shown some people to use the wall, and you can walk along the wall, position yourself near a wall, can be very useful. So again, adapt this to your own situation. You may already do certain activities, don't necessarily change them, but move every day whenever you feel like it, whenever it might help you, and try and do it outside. So turning, important is not to again strain, make more tension. Ideally you almost want to keep your spine in the same position, and you turn, you use that as the middle of your turning point, your axis. And again, one side will likely be easier than the other. Try and concentrate on the more difficult side and see if you can gently get a bit further. Usually when you breathe out, it will be easier to turn. It might be the opposite that you're used to. So when you breathe out, you also have a bit more space generally within your trunk to do the movement. So if you could try and do that. Also, another point about your breathing, if you can, try and breathe through your nose. One, it's more healthy, and two, it'll help you to be more relaxed, more gentle with your body. Great. Okay, finally, we're going to do some real dancing. So for you who can manage doing some movement standing up, I'd really recommend it. But again, reduce the effort. Important thing, first of all, is safety. Make sure that you're not going to fall or hurt yourself. Have the right support. Perhaps also have other things, furniture or people to help you. Maybe have a seat behind you, couch behind you, things around you that you may or may not need. Possibly best stable surface in front of you and or to the side. Working on from preparation and sitting, we're going to do some transfer of our weight. Again, could do forwards, backwards, which is very useful. Keep it to small movements, fluent, without tension, without increasing your tone and stiffness. And then side to side, can combine movements. If you feel quite stable and confident, you can even lift your opposite leg a little bit and add in some movements like that, and or take one hand off one surface and use that to get your weight more onto the other side, and vice versa. Remember, you're doing this to your own music. You can do it with other members of your family or your household. So have some fun. And then you can also combine maybe some rotation like this, or if I show you from the side, and maybe you have something to lean on forwards, can be lower down, can be higher up, then you can also get in more movements that way, or maybe to the side, or even backwards. The possibilities are endless. If you feel that you need to stay on both feet all the time, you can do little movements there, but you can challenge yourself a little bit more by moving your hand up or to the side. Perhaps you can do some side steps, or perhaps small steps backwards and forwards. Cool. Have some fun. Thank you very much for watching, and especially for moving, having fun, dancing. One last thing, if you don't feel confident, or if this isn't for you, do not hesitate to contact us. That's what we're here for. Phone us up, send us a query, get in touch, and we can organize something, whether it's a video consultation, phone call, email. Just let us know. Goodbye. Also, check out this excellent dance workshop video by Kate Stanford that she did for the online disability show. Oh, and also drink plenty of water.